Oh yeah. Okay, let me see if we're on for recording. Hey everyone, this is Earl. I want to show y'all some valuable stuff. And I've got the parts here. I'm going to show you each part and how these assemblies go and the right way to do it. Oh, I am exhausted. I think it's 12:40 p.m. right now. I started about 10 in the morning and I took my time. What it is, 97 Evolution Harley Fat Boy. You know, took the primary off and, you know, loosened the chain shoe, and then took front sprocket, compensator, all that off. What it is, my seal was leaking. My sprocket engine seal is what they call it. That way they can identify what you're talking about if you say your engine sprocket seal. Because if you just say engine seal, they're always going to have information on the cam seal, in the cam code. Alright. I got it apart. Cut out the 12 bolts out of the primary. Oh, and while I'm at it, let me get something to show y'all how to keep those damn Torx bolts from getting mixed up. Wait on me here. This is very valuable. Okay. Where? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, I remember now. I locked it in my parts. Okay, I'll just explain it to y'all. Take a piece of cardboard about like this. About, I don't know. It doesn't have to be over a foot wide and about yay tall. That you received a shipment in or something. Alright, and draw the lines of how the primary's made. The top, the flat top, and then it angles down. Then it goes around and it has 12 bolts. Alright. And then, as you take each bolt out of the primary, I work from the very top where those two bolts are at the back part of the motorcycle, and I work my way to the left. As you do each one, you already drew a picture of the shape of the primary cover. Take a fountain pen and punch a hole, and then push the bolt in that. See, that way, when you go to reassemble it, you don't have to guess at your bolts. And then write number 1 where you start at the top, the flat top that goes up higher than the rest, that's at the back. Do like that. Or 1 can be any one you want it, or you can work left to right, But just draw, like how the shape of the primary cover is. Alright, next, let me see, where? Okay, my problem was with the seal. Now here's something I want to tell y'all about before I start showing all the parts. Don't give up on me yet. On most seals where they show you have to drill 2 holes and put screws and pull them out, no you don't. No you don't. And those spacers, they also come out easier. One guy on there, he was like, when you reinstall, you have to drive the spacer back in. No you don't. Not unless your Timken tapered bearing is loose inside your crank, inside your case. But that is to where you can just grab it, and wiggle it a little and just pull it straight on back, after you get your seal out, that is. But alright, here's how we're going to do it. in order. Alright, let me get the goods here. This is heavy. I'll tell you what. These parts are very well machined. See, I'm a retired engineer, and machining, you know, was my main profession. I worked for High Grill, retired with them. Alright, where are we going to start? Alright, this is heavy. Alright, because I'm wore out, I'm exhausted right now. This is, okay, your cap nut right here. See this guy right here, and then it's got a thick washer. See, and that goes into your compensator. Alright, then your compensator lifts off this assembly, see, right here, and then you lift out of there. They call these your dog claws. This is how your compensator works. And then, of course, your engine sprocket, it's got dog claws on it also. See, to where these dog claws match together. You match the sprocket, okay, with these here, let me take this out a second. Okay. So you match up your dog claws here. There we go, just like that. Yeah. Okay. See, that's how that works. See, just like this. But I want y'all to be able to see that too. See, the assembly here, you know, and then the compensator goes on this side over here. Okay. Hope y'all are seeing this well. I'm trying. I'm really trying. There you go. See that? This job, anybody can do it. But let me tell you something. If you don't have some serious tools, don't try it. You need tools to do this job, man. You need tools. Alright, this right here is a spacer. See, it goes in here. Alright, wait a minute. Slides in here. And then your compensator, see, it goes on the top, up here. Like it like this. See, that's your compensator. Okay, now those spring washers, let me get this compensator here for y'all. Here, let me take the cap nut out of it. So I'm going to show you these wide spring washers. There we go. Alright, these wide spring washers, they tell you they should be up to where the lip is. But here's the way I do it. To make sure they're good, I just simply, before I unbolt, you know, my engine sprocket, my 1.5 inch, you know, cap nut, just push it in back and forth by hand. If it doesn't push in back and forth by hand, you need to change it. All the spring, the waved washers, they're bad in it. If you can push it back and forth and it springs back, it's alright. You don't have to change it. These people trying to sell this stuff, they're just bullshitting with you people, man, to make a bunch of damn money. Alright, hold on. Let me get this monstrosity together. Okay, there's our cap nut. Oh man, this is funny. It's got me laughing. Okay, that goes like that with the dog claws. Now, okay, this is the spline. It goes towards the back of the engine. Yeah, just like that, see? It goes towards the back of the engine. Like that. This stuff all comes apart easily. And remember your bowl, you know, your socket size you're going to need to take this loose is a 1.5 inch. And you're going to need a serious torque wrench, like I have, a long torque wrench. Or you're going to need a 1/2 inch drive, at least a 1/2 inch drive ratchet, and you're going to need a piece of pipe or something to use as a cheat. Okay, because most of those are going to be pretty damn tight. Okay, alright, now, see, we're working on down the line. You see, in this flat, no, wrong end, Earl. See, this flat part right here, that goes against your rotor for your stator. That goes against your rotor for your stator right there. Alright, now, oh yeah, that compensator's still good. Alright, now where are we at? Okay. Okay, then, after your rotor for your stator is applied, this washer goes on the inner part against the spacer that holds your seal, or that your seal rides on. And this end that's flat, that comes up higher, what that's for is to keep your Timken conical bearing or tapered bearing, you know, they go by different names, you know, roller bearing and it slants, you know. This keeps it pushed in, so that even though those are pressed on over time, miles and miles, years and years, if the bearing, if it lost its press fit or moved a little, this keeps it pressed in, because that cap nut that bolts on the end, you know, that holds your compensator and sprocket on, that torques to 165 pounds on Evolution engines. Okay, now I'm going to tell y'all something about this seal. This is pretty funny too. Here's the seal I took out of it. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It's just over time, I think the rubber got kind of hard. Yeah. And it just, you know, rubber shrinks when it gets dry. It's just over time. I mean, you know, you figure this is a 97 model with 69,000 miles on it, you know. But, you know, all this bullshit, they tell you got to drill a hole through it, put screws, or get a point. No, you don't. All you've got to do, see, this is sitting in the engine, and my stator is still on my Harley out here. I didn't even take the stator off. I just took a screwdriver about this long. Okay, I got it under the edge right there. And then, okay, on the shaft there, okay, I just pressed down and pulled it right out. 'Cause there it is. You don't have to do all that bullshit. You know, and that one man saying you had to drive these spacers in that go in your cylinder. No, you don't. See, more bullshit. There's so much wrong information about who these guys are supposed to be professionals. There's so much wrong fucking information out there. Alright, now, let's see, where are we at now? Okay, that goes on the back of the spacer, and then the seal goes on backwards on these. That's the way they're supposed to be, okay? And the higher part that's flat goes against your bearing in your engine. Alright, now, okay, what next? Okay, my stator rotor. Oh, these magnets are beautiful in this. And they work very good. They're very magnetic. They're in very good shape. So this is definitely going to go back on there. It's going to go back on there. Alright, you know where they tell you have to use Allen keys, or, you know, Allen wrenches that are carved, put in these holes and then pull them out. Here's how I did it. I took coat hanger wire, curved it like this, and then you bend a 90-degree bend on the end, and you just stick it in these holes and then put another one in the other hole, and then you just hold it and pull it back. It comes on. You're going to find a little magnification, but it comes right on. Just another thing that they BS people about. You know, there's so much BS out there. Because, see, they want you to think things are harder than they are, so you'll bring it to them and they can charge you a bunch of money. Because, you know, this job right here that, you know, I've got the complete disassembly, the seal out, and everything. They would charge, just for the work I've done so far, would be $250. Reassembly would be another $250. That's about the average, you know, for that. I hope I didn't forget anything. I try to do these videos to help people the best I can. And let me tell you guys another secret. On these, you do not have to take off the clutch hub to get that sprocket off there. You don't have to do it. Now, it's tricky. It's very tricky. Of course, you have to drop your shoe all the way down, you know, on the inner primary. But, you know, when you take your nut off, you know, the big one, okay, and then you take your compensator off, that slips right up. Your dog claws, you pull them off, you know, the ones that go with the compensator. After that, what you have to do, the insert that goes inside of that engine sprocket, work it loose and push it back as you pull the sprocket outward. And when you do that, then, see, you have a lot more chain looseness. You just pull it, you can pop it right on out. That's how I do it. Most people would have given up and they would have destroyed the shoe the way it's built, because the son of a bitch, the way they built those, it's terrible. Never mind. But anyway, most people would have thought, oh Lord, I got to take the clutch hub basket off now. Most people would have done that, and it's not necessary, you know. Okay, am I forgetting anything? I hope this stuff came up clear or whatever. Oh, but anyway, this is Earl. Man, I am exhausted. I am exhausted. You know, I'm 66, nearly 67. You know, and wow. You know, that sun, oh, hot outside, hot. Well, anyway, my primary gasket kit with the derby cover, you know, gasket, the inspection plate gasket, and my seal, all of that's going to be here Monday, day after tomorrow. And that'll give me time to clean this stuff up, to clean out the inner part of the primary cover, you know, and things like that. That way I can inspect it, because, you know, after I reassemble it, I'm going to start it without the primary cover on it. See, I'll just pour some oil on the chainer where the shoe is and a little over the top sprocket and the teeth on the clutch hub. Just enough so I can run it about a minute to see if the seal's okay and all of that, blah, 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 you know. But anyway, hope y'all are doing okay, and you know, not everybody's as fortunate as me to have the tools or to live in a place to where you can do this, you know. That type thing. But anyway, adios for right now, people. Let's see, I guess this is the stop button. We've been going 19 minutes and 30